Hey, step right up, my blinded friend. Is the past of something that we can pretend? I know the future is uncertain, but here we are, and we're just floating around and around, and away we go. Is this way up? Nobody knows. And yet we still find where we are. Will you be able to say that you got this far without the past, without the what beholds the ancestors of our future holds, the generations that will be? Let's not repeat our history that blinded, took away our pride, that killed one another, that strained our sides, that fought and lived and loved and lost. Let's not be what we have lost. To be that one to know what's true, to see what is inside of you, to know that I am me because the past and my family have helped create what I hold. And so here I am. I walk and I breathe along the side of history. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know what has been foretold. The past has many lessons to show us, and yet we see what we don't want to know within us. We see what we have, and without one another, where are we? Still, I look and I find that I don't know what will be left behind, and yet the future has been foretold. What will the past let unfold? And then they said, look over here. And they gave us so much fright and fear of what could happen, what could be. It is the other side that is the responsible one. I'll let you free. I'll let you be. I'll let you have democracy. But no, says the screaming front of south winds climbing. And yet we are, and yet we will be. The future, it may repeat. We will see. I do not know. I only see. For the future is predicted from past times that may repeat and will be. Let us not be the lessons of our past, other than to help benefit our future at last, to connect and to show us that we can be everything we've always wanted to be. Without pointed fingers, without taking sides, without shouting and pointing and telling us lies, without dooming the nation, without damning us all. We have to believe that hope is still out there after all. May the future be what we hope it to be, and not the past repeating itself for our eyes to see. For our ancestors have given us the freedoms that we have, and because of them, we live in this land. Fighting destruction, disintegration of life. What happened? What will be? Will we survive? I don't know. I don't think. I don't wonder. I just live. Because this is the one thing that I know my heart can forgive. The past is the past, and I know it will be, because the ancestors before me helped my heart set free by lessons and learned and love and knowing that the past is the past and the future's unknowing. I live in this free thought, in this mind that I hold, and yet with my future so unforetold, I know it will be what it will be, because I see what I know, what is right in front of me. And yet the blindside awareness of unchanged goodbyes. We follow, we walk forward, we surrender. we fly, soaring swiftly into the wind. The ripples in the lake, do we pretend? I don't know what can be, but I know what is that the future is untold, and yet the future forgives. The past is our lesson, our life lived through time. The ancestors before me, they helped make this day mine. Because of what they have done and sacrificed, I get to live this cherished life. I know what will be and what is, and yet sit in unawareness of what begins. To know that so many frightened eyes, blinded, who want to see and believe, have been told that we've been lied to for years, that we cannot believe what we see, that one side is right and one side is wrong, and that's all we have been told for so very long. And yet we're connected in more ways than we know. Do you love your neighbor as much as you love yourself, the one that you look in the mirror? The reflection that we're looking through our eyes, is that the one that will show us surprise? To say we were wrong or that others were right? Can we let go of that pride and ego tonight? I don't know what the future does behold, and yet I know exactly because it's been told. The past, the history, the world, the universe of time, and yet what has come before us may repeat history again and again if we do not connect and create communication within this generation. Other generations in the future may be able to see. Will they be the ones who are blaming me and us and you and everyone for what we did and how it was wrong? We all are raised in different times with different opportunities and different. And yet I know what can and will be within the eyes of history. First, you make them fear. You tell them lies. You say, look over here, and blind them with disguise. You scare them. You frighten them. You dramatize all the things that you've learned through clouded eyes. This is not a stained glass window. This is not a reprise. This is not the fog in the morning dew of each day. For that comes only so often, and it is not all the time. But who is really watching when they are blinding our eyes? So now I sit and wonder, and I know what the future will be because it is sitting right in front of me. The past, it's the past, and the future's uncertain. The present is now because history has shown me. I repeat, and I restate, and I go forward, and now I will not hesitate. That nudge before me, the words that I've been told, I will be that person who helps put it out there to help behold what we actually hold dear and near to our hearts. And it is not blinded fear, but the love that we have inside our hearts. And that is where we can make our start, to know that these things are true in the eyes of what Christians say Jesus can do, to bring everyone together despite who they are, no matter their sign of wealth or what they have, to connect the generations, young and old, to show us all what we can behold in one another through the fight that needs to stay in the past tonight. For what is and what could be. Let's not repeat our history.